Hi, I'm Darlene.
I'm Gene.
We're the roaming retirees, and in today's video, we're visiting Kyoto, Japan. So, what was your favorite parts of Kyoto?
There was a lot of stuff there that I really liked. I liked the Gion district, which was, what, 1,000 years old?
Yeah, 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
It's also known as the Geisha district. And
but that's not why I liked it.
Yeah, but it was really cool. I mean, you walked along these little narrow streets and all the little wooden structures, and to think that they were like 1,000 years of history right there.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was really cool. And then what was your other favorite thing in Kyoto?
I liked the bamboo forest. I liked that a lot. It was pretty cool. I mean, you're walking through bamboo that's 100 feet tall.
Yeah,
and
I really enjoyed that myself, and I like just being out in the nature.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, being out in nature. It was kind of cool because the little trail that we got on, we were just out walking along, and you run into these, I don't know, what would you call them? Little cemeteries.
Yeah, all along the way.
Along the way, you'd go along and you'd be walking along, and all of a sudden there's this cemetery that's 2,000 years old.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the forest.
Yeah.
And,
remember that one area we were walking in? We heard all this chanting and stuff. It was kind of different. Anyway, but that walk we ended up hiking up Mount Inari. And so we had no idea that that's where we were going, and that ended up being quite the hike for me.
Yeah.
He's in better shape than I am. So that was quite the hike.
Well, we started out, we were going through the torii gates.
Yeah, which was one of my favorite things.
Yeah, we were going through there, but there was so many people. It was so packed. So I saw some people kind of
shooting through this one little spot.
Yeah, kind of heading off to the right there and going up this little trail. So I said, well, let's go that way. So we went that way, and
we had
turned into be quite an adventure. So.
Yeah, we had no idea where we were going, and we didn't even know really. We kind of started following people at first, and pretty soon we were kind of out there by ourselves. We didn't see any people, and we were going up hills like this, and I'm not exaggerating. For a while, I felt like a goat, didn't you?
Yeah.
And there was all these steps, and some of the steps were like kind of stone inlaid into the ground, and other steps were bamboo into the ground, and it was kind of like, you can tell somebody dug it out and made steps so you could get up the hill. It was really, really long and steep. I mean, we hiked for over 2 hours. It was over 3 miles, so we kind of didn't expect that. And we say over 3 miles, but 3 miles all uphill. So it was long.
Yeah, and some of it like straight uphill.
Yeah, it was long. It was very steep, but it was really beautiful out there. I mean, it actually had a little sign that said it was going to take us to a waterfall. We never did find the waterfall. No. So that was anyway. So that was that was if you go to the 10,000 torii gates, which was one of my favorite things to see. That's called the Fushimi Inari Shrine. That actually was on my bucket list for years and years. It's featured in all these magazines, and you'll see them in like videos and things like that. So that was something I really wanted to see. The other thing that I thought was really cool was we saw that big pagoda that was called the Yasaka Pagoda, and that was really beautiful. There was pagodas all over Japan, and so every city we went to, we saw pagodas. But this pagoda was like built, I want to say 830. It was like one of the oldest pagodas.
Yeah.
And so it was pretty spectacular to see, and just the history everywhere. We visited many UNESCO World Heritage Site locations. So this video is long, so we're going to keep this intro short. We wanted to kind of tell you what we saw, and then you can go through and watch the video and see all the sites that we went to while we were there. But Kyoto is a wonderful place, full of history, lots of history, modern
Yeah.
You know, modern blended with history. You could be, just like most places in Japan, you could have the city with an old historical temple or something there, but this was everywhere. I mean, it was quite spectacular. You know, Kyoto did not disappoint.
No, it was quite amazing. And we got there just a little before cherry blossom, but they were starting to bloom when we were there. But
yeah,
but there was a lot of it there. And where the pagoda is, they had the memorial for the
World War II.
What?
I can't remember the name of it though. We do say it in the video, so as you watch the video, we give the name in the video. But yeah, that we kind of stumbled across that. That wasn't like an intentional for us. That wasn't on our list to go see. We were looking at other things and then kind of, what's that up the hill? And went up and found this big, huge memorial. So, and then we partook in, you know, they have like a little thing where they give you incense and, you know, do that to memorialize soldiers that they lost, you know, in World War II. So
actually, I think it was for
the unknown soldier.
It's like any soldier that was lost.
It was
well,
it was for Japanese, but yeah. But anyway, so that's this video. So we hope you enjoy this video, and we'll be making more videos on Japan. We have a couple more that we're going to be doing. And then we'll be moving on to our next destination.
Yeah. So
anyway,
we hope you enjoy it.
All right. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye. Okay, we've just arrived here in Kyoto. It's Kyoto Tower Hotel. So now we got to find out where we're going to get to our hotel. We're supposed to be very close, within a block or two. All right. We've just arrived at the Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine, kind of the most famous shrine here in Kyoto. This is the home also of the Torii Gates, 10,000 gates. This is over 1,000 years old. So, anyway, it's a very busy day today. A lot of people. This is the top of the stairs, looking out at the gateway coming in. Reminds me of a lot of the biblical stories with the statues and the stuff in Egypt. I think this is the trail that takes you up to the Torii Gates. We're heading up to the Torii Gates, which are behind me. Coming in through here. Here we are, we're walking through. Very slow crawl, really. Right?
Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Oh boy. This is the day of patience. Gotta push your patience hat on, as they say. Okay, we're out on the other end. Oh, we got more. We gotta go this way now. Like I said, today is the day of patience. So when you come here during cherry blossom, expect this. Now here's the third set. And I just heard somebody say 9,648 gates. Look at all this bamboo. How tall it is. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's like 100 feet tall.
It's huge. And it's a whole forest. I mean, it goes all the way back.
Yeah, it goes way over there.
It's a whole big bamboo forest. So it's quite beautiful. Okay, we're going up this very steep hill. And we're gonna... It's a nature walk. So we're heading up some more. So here we go. So here's all this bamboo. Give you a little. It is just huge. It's the biggest bamboo I've ever seen. Okay, now we're coming up to the top of this giant hill. And we're coming upon, it looks like, a shrine. And we come here, and there is a shrine. It's pretty awesome, actually. I don't think I've ever seen bamboo this big. So it's kind of, and it's a whole forest of it. Like, get the concept that it's everywhere. And they're harvesting bamboo down there. You use it a lot for building things here. Water lines. So here's an old cemetery. We're up on the hill above it, but kind of making the choice to not walk down in it. But this is very old and very ancient. So this graveyard, we've been looking it up, trying to figure out how old everything is. And the shrine itself dates back over 1,300 years. And the graveyard is part of that shrine up here on the mountain. So we're guessing that this is dating back as much as 1,300 years as well. Okay, listen to how these sound. Okay, knock on the other big one. Okay, knock on the little one. Yeah, they all have a different sound. I was like, ooh. Jean says the boys need to get their drumsticks out. Chandler, Caleb, and Bo. Okay, we've been on this trail for what, an hour? It's been almost an hour, and we've not gotten to where we don't even know where we're going. We just keep following it, hoping that there's an end. So we're climbing up to Mount Inari. I'm completely winded. we've been going up these, this does not do it justice. We've been going up these stairs. We came across this little place up here in the woods. There's all this chanting. Okay, we reached the top of the mountain and now I think we're heading back down the other side. That was quite the hike up the mountain. Not what I had planned today. I didn't know I was going to be a goat today, but anyway, it was quite the hike. And then there's some shrine at the top. I think it's some part of this whole temple thing. Not really sure because there's a big crowd up there at the top, so we didn't want to stop and ask. Okay, here we are inside the Torii Gates. We actually hiked all the way up the mountain, did a big huge loop, got to the top of Mount Anadi, and then we are on our way back down now. So this is it, and it's so much quieter on this side. So now we just came out of the one set of Torii Gates, and there's just little cemeteries all in between these. So I will have to look up the meaning of the little fox. And in between each cemetery, there's another set of Torii Gates. This one goes way downhill. So we've been hiking down out of the mountain, and then we're coming to this area here where we can see the whole of Kyoto. Great view.
最小利は確実に減ってるな。
A lot of people in this area. Another beautiful view area of Kyoto. We're down a little ways now, but so pretty. The ravens are sure squawking. This is all along the way. These little spots. Okay, we've just done like a 2.5, almost 3 mile hike. And now we are heading back to the train, and we're gonna go back to the hotel and then head over to a pagoda. So, still got more to do in the day. Okay, we're just maybe half a mile down the street from our hotel. We walked down to see the pagoda. There's a 5-story pagoda. We're in a big temple ground. So we'll just walk around and check it out. We are here at the Kinkakuji Temple. Gates coming in. Coming in to see this golden pavilion. We're here at the Kinkakuji Temple in front of the Golden Pavilion. This was constructed in 1397, completed in 1399. It was destroyed by fire in 1910 and rebuilt in 1955. The top two floors are covered in half-carat gold, so it is real gold, and you can get a tour here for 500 yen per adult person. But it's a beautiful thing to come and see. So if you're in Kyoto, come visit the Golden Pavilion. Top two tiers are layered in pure gold leaf. So here it is up close.
And then there are carp here.
So it's completely surrounded by this beautiful pond. So we're still on the grounds at the Kinkakuji Temple. We are now here at the Shaka Jinja Shrine in Gion. It's very crowded. All kinds of flavors. The Gion area is called the Gion district. It's one of the most visited places in Kyoto. All right, heading in this way. Oh, well, that's fine with me. Bunch of cute kitties. Okay, we're still in Kyoto. Ryozin Kwan On. Ryozin Kwan On. It's a tribute to the unknown soldier of World War II. Cherry blossoms are blooming. Just coming through this old little streets. Realizing what we're looking at is 1,000 or more years old. Okay, here we're coming up to the pagoda. Here we are in front of the Yasaka Pagoda. It's the last standing pagoda of the 6th century. It was constructed in 678 CE and reconstructed in 1440. It was destroyed several times and rebuilt several times until 1440. Ooh, let's look at the scary masks. Okay, we are on the bus leaving Kyoto. We are standing here at the door because if you look behind me in every direction, it is standing room only. so anyway, making dreams come true.
I think he used the shoehorn to get us in here.
Yeah, it was kind of a little shove and push. Anyway, we're here, we're on the bus after waiting in a long, long line. I should have taken a picture of the line. It was like half a mile long. It looked like we were going to Disney World. Anyway, so we're here at a historic monument of ancient Kyoto at a World Heritage Cultural Site. It's a UNESCO site. It's called the Kyoto Gokokuji Temple, better known as the Toji Temple. It was built or established in 823. It was destroyed by fire, actually during civil wars and insurrections. It was rebuilt several times, and the Kondo rebuild was in 1603, and the Dashido built as a residence for Kokai was destroyed by fire in 1379 and rebuilt in 1380. So this is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So these are the gates going in. Alright, so we had to buy our tickets. We're now inside of the grounds. Beautiful view of the pagoda over there. And just a reminder that some of these structures date back as far as 893 and then again some of it rebuilt in 1603. The cherry blossoms are starting to bloom. So just note how this arbor is built around this tree, and the tree is actually growing through it. And then it kind of has all these branches that come down and hang. It's just so pretty. This is going to be beautiful in about a week or two. I mean, we're just here a tiny bit early. Things are just starting to bloom. They illuminate this place at night. You could come back from 6 to 9 p.m. and you buy a ticket and you come in and it's just lit up in here. So when you're walking through during the day, you can see all of the lights. So I'm sure it's pretty spectacular because there's colored lights and everything else in here. But it's very pretty in here. This is a beautiful park. Okay, so one last look at this before we head over to the other side. It's pretty spectacular. I use that word a lot around here. Hi, Gene. There he is again.
Look at these. These are all roses.
This would be so pretty if we were here just a couple weeks later. I mean, it's very pretty now, but we're at the beginning of the blooming season where in about 2 more weeks, it's just going to be spectacular because everything here is set to bloom. It's on the cusp. Look at the architecture of this thing. Look at that. All built interlocking. No nails. It's just interlocking construction. This building is around 1,000 years old or better. Here's a view of the side of the building, the temple. Look at this. We have gold and bamboo. There's always that guy in my picture, in my video. The gardens are great.